Dirt beneath my nails, bus tickets crumpled in my back pocket, store still spinning, coffee on the porch, boots torn but never taken off. Don't mind the noise of your sirens or your wild hunger for bigger things. Breeze through the front door, pans on the stove, maple smoke drifting. All I ever needed was right here. You don't see it, but I do. You talk measuring words shoulder to trophy shelf, but my hands only count what I can feel in the mud. Let you pass by, windows rolled up, chrome catching early sun. You don't notice the yard, I'm full of laughter echoing long. Don't need a straight line, I've got winding roads. Trade your silver highways for my path carved alone. All this dust and memory is worth more than stone. You can keep building up, but I'll make my own. Free as a river, wild as a hillside air. There's a song only heard when the dust settles down slow. I shared with you just two chairs and the sound of our laughter. You chase after the prime, chasing time, skin rough from good work. Eyes soft from sunsets, wasted on no one. Mama's old table chip paint, hearts carved beneath the real gold I hold. I'm stubborn, I know, but never change back. Then I stand as ever and never let the torch light the its own. See the truth in our crooked little world. Don't believe it's left just cause it's not yours. You call it stuff, but I call it freedom. Cause you never tasted your rain on your tongue, baby. You never came home hungry and found the stove still warm. Don't need a straight line, I've got winding roads. Trade your silver highways for my path carved alone. All this dust and memory is worth more than stone. You can keep building up, but I'll make my home. I make my home. Yeah. Mud caked on my boots, sun rising slow. Coffee from a mason jar, radio low. Four wheels turning, rooster crows. Out past the mailbox, that's how it goes. Fishing lines tied up, tackle in the bed. Briar patch scratches running red. Mama waving from the porch, old dog at my knee. Just the woods behind me, the sky up free. Call me wild, call me rough. Say it loud, ain't ever enough. Out of reach, can't teach. Living fast, fearless tough. Back in these woods, we make our own rules. There ain't no suit or city man telling us what to do. Living loud, living proud, yeah, this is my school. Back in these woods, we make our own rules. Bonfire crackles, Friday night noise. Skynyrd on the tailgate, girls and the boys. Old man stories drifting through the smoke. Chip paint, F-450 fixes when she's broke. 3-day beard, spit in the sand. Got a job to do, but I do what I can. Nobody judging what a man's gotta be. It's a little bit messy, just right for me. Call me wild, call me rough. Say it proud, Sometimes wonder, do they ever see the beauty in the simple, the art in me? Out here laughing in the summer rain, wouldn't trade it, I'll take the stain. Back in these woods, we make our own rules. Living loud, living proud, this is my school. Back in these woods, we make our own rules. Whoa, yeah, yeah, yeah. Out here on the porch, dogs barking at the trucks, coffee in my mug, same shirt as yesterday. Neighbor drives by slow, gives a little wave. He's got things to say, but nothing to my face. Tracks in the dirt, that old mailbox leans. Boots by the door, gravel stuck in my jeans. Hear him whispering when I run into town. Ain't long before I see their sideways frown, but I just half smile, let them talk like they do. They got a lot for sale, but ain't got a clue. I keep my head up and I look at the sky. Nobody's shoes gon' fit me right, so I don't try. These callous feet don't need your shoes. I'm walking tall, ain't trying to prove. You talk your talk, but you ain't in my skin. Keep your high ground, I'll keep my kin. These callous feet don't need your shoes, and I never did. Mama always said I was set in my ways. Didn't care much for what the big shots say. Taught me simple things and how to pick 'em clean. Ain't never seen the grass quite as green. Wind in my hair, wheel in my hand, riding fence line just to cross this lane. I ain't got much, but it's more than enough. What I carry tough. So say your piece and I'll say mine. Meet in the middle or waste my time. Days roll by and I'm still standing towards walking free, without their cords, just these open doors. These callous feet don't need your shoes. I'm walking tall, ain't trying to prove. You talk your talk, but you ain't in my skin. Keep your high ground, I'll keep my kin. These callous feet don't need your shoes, and I never did. Na 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 na. Hey, na na na. Let them stare, let them dare. I walk on, I walk on. These callous feet don't need your shoes. I'm walking tall, ain't trying to prove. These callous feet don't need your shoes, and I never been. Up this morning, gravel crunching under wheels, warm red paint, old tape on tailgate seal, bench seats torn, dash faded June sunlight, coffee in the cup holder, engine coughing comes to life. Neighbor shakes his head as I head out down the road. He's driving shiny new and thinks I'm moving slow. Wind rolls through the window, radio's playing low. I don't mind the dust, got nowhere else to go. Who says you gotta trade what you got something to do? Am I less of a man as my truck's letting use? How do you let pride by the miles about to ride? If you don't get now, will you ever see my side? Grew up turning riches, wood got on these reels, grease under my nails, every scar's a memory. He taught me engines talk, if you know just how to listen. I learned in this seed, love ain't something you go missing. Mom packed my lunch here, Dad rode shotgun to my game. Saw my first heartbreak parked underneath the rain. It's chipped and it's battered, but it's carried me this far. Don't need something shiny here to know just who we are. The job site, folks roll their eyes and grin, but lifting heavy loads, that fancy paint won't help you win. I haul what I carry, I leave the rest behind. If you're looking for polish, well, mine's harder to find. I get a lot of looks, but I'm used to being judging. You can call me stubborn, but I call it home tough. I hear their quiet laughter, but I'll take my stand alone. Old truck rattling steady as I roll on home. Every rattle stay, every dance is song. Dirt on my boots tells me I still belong. Who says you got a trade, but you got something to lose? That's for a man with my truck. How do you measure pride? By the miles or by the ride? If you don't get it now, will you never see my side? Who says you got a train? What you got for something to earn? Less of a man that my truck's a little used. How do you measure pride? By the mile or by the ride? If you don't get it now, will you ever see my side? On the front step, smell of sweet cut cracked ass. Old dog barking at the mailman, engine turning, running fast. Dust on the dashboard, cooler and Black Friday can't come too soon. Radio humming that tune, pains feeling all around. Back porch swing, still feels like a velvet throne. Never mind the level solos, drop a little dance. Every take staying strong from the fight. By the meanest faders, go for teach your mean biz. Now the leads get stolen, letting me. Half a dollar women in time before I'm all about my trouble line. The neighbor alone, so the lawman watch his own tonight. Think that'll sing tonight. Staring through the window, can they see me play? Oh, then I'll leave a bell of the rain tonight. Finally was everybody. Got a word after where we don't need to die. Tell me why I won't repeat it back, feel the stain. Why's everybody gotta put labels on everything? Why? White band blast, mason jar, moonshine, Sunday roots run deep. Family all tangled in rocking chair tails, laughing where the willow weeps. White paint flicking on barn like the year's never quite the same as brand new. If you ain't bled under your own roof, brother, you ain't got a real clue. Second-hand store for my Friday shirt, boots, face, let it be stayed. Red up and dance stubborn, separated. Some point fingers keep their distance, holding pride, but I'd rather wear my soul already hide behind a suit and tie. It's easy to see the stripes, but miss the lines roll. Tried it, tough about to cover when you never ever read before. Let them chatter, let them guess, but I know what I'm saying. And I'd rather chase the sun than lay down in their machine. Once everybody couple labels on everything. Cornbread and bread. I grip on the roots for what is on the side, or I can read all the swallowing on the ribbons. Who has a heart cried, I'm making Lord. And more shit on my plate. I to remain one instead of waiting. Beat the cover box, overrated one bullet. It's the history of game and the shots and violent. All that y'all cooling and this, buddy, I hear right now. Y'all talks long overheard of the a roar at dawn. Never built a vibrate and excuses strong. Top of moonshine like a joke. What's in your cup? Legacy ain't gentrified, trying to sum us up. They say it's black and white, but I see your faded stars. My roots are tangled up in struggle, holding scars. I walk through their opinions, boots caked, unashamed, trying to name me with a headline, but call out my own name. You measure by a label, get your answer wrong. See it, but questions, sing it, it will help me long. On the tailgate, sweatshirt blue. You laugh, kick mud from your worn out shoe. Gasoline lingers, tobacco and pine. Radio low as you slide in line. Night sneaks in by the old barn wall. Your hand in mine. Laying in gas out on a wall. If I just sang sonnets, folks gave tales, my head, and I feel that drive. We hold on tight, never sure if we'll belong. Can't chase stripes, but we roll right. Oh, right along. They called us trash, baby, we're treasure. Under the sky, found our own measure. They called us treasure, right here together. Backroads hidden, cooler full and cheap. Your boots on my dash, secrets we keep. Laughing on Sundays, right past the rail. Sunburned shoulders down, raising some hell. We hold on tight, never sure if we'll belong. Can't change stripes, but we roll right along. They call us trash, baby, we're treasure, right here together. Baby, we're treasure. kick the dew from a wild grass. Sun ain't up, but we're off heading fast. Black coffee stain mixing with my breath. Cold on my hands, rifle slung across my chest. Cracked leather seats in the old beat up Ford. You watch me work, but you ain't said a word. I know you're thinking you could read it in a book, but out here you gotta learn how the river bends and looks. Rabbit tracks winding under barbed wire fence. Big pine broken, man, as fresh as it gets. Crows holler, blue jays squawk overhead. I'm down low, touch the mud, find the thread. When it blew in your books, and it could. Leopard sands down the bottom, it's got a bandit. Oh, from under low, touch the mud, find the thread. These woods know more than your books ever could. Every scar, every tree, every trail understood. You follow my lead, step soft if you would. The signs, feel the wind. These woods know more than your books ever could. Oh, woods got stories, yeah. White tail prints deeper where the marsh grows thick. You whisper numbers, but they ain't worth spit. Crackling frost where the berries used to be. Bird dogs bark somewhere far through the trees. I show you scratch marks where a bear once gnawed. Captain rings on a stump, that bear once gnawed. Now hand on a stump, eyes glued to a halt. You scribble notes, can't catch it all in hand. Out here I know, feel it deep where I stand. La la la, we move real slow. La la la, quiet now, let it show. These woods know more than your books ever could. Every track, every call, every lesson understood. Let your heart do the listening, maybe you should. Keep your eyes wide, boots muddy. These woods more than your books ever could. Now I'll tell you, son, I ain't got all the keys. Sometimes I miss, sometimes I freeze. Nature don't answer, she just let you roam. Even old heads get lost, far from home. These woods know more than your books ever could. Every path, every sign, every story was stood. Step careful, walk with me, hope you understood. 'Cause these woods know more than your books ever could. Stain curling up from my worn old hands. Molasses in the air, grit on my skin. Screen porch humming kettle low as I stand. Tin roof drum in the wind. Sweat mixing in with the life I planned. Night pulling close, safe as kin. Quiet past midnight, taking stock in the dark. Fingers tracing names carved in wood. Smoke sneaks out past the backyard park. Every jump tells why I code. Old dogs bark and wheels spark. Crossroads ain't nothing, just always just chasing a place to call my bare feet on pine. Breathing slow, these mason jars hold more than shine. still draw that line. Every road's gone, a piece of my time. Tell me who decides what's fine. Letters flicker, stories making the still. Family and laughter, or fights that pass. Gravel roads winding, heart can't sit still. Long shadows riding on glass. Memory stains on the windowsill, learning to deal with what lies. Who carry this home? Who keeps it warm? Who echoing voices call out my name? Gone by morning, but I'm never gone. Light in the bottom, hole in the flame. These mason jars hold more than shine. Town folks watch and draw that line. Every old scar, a piece of my time. Tell me who decides what's fine. Shit clanks on an iron block, oil stains my sleeve. You pull up out front, headlights cut through the eve. Waltz in, bring your city talk, your kinda tired eyes. I pop the hood, say let me take a look inside. You say you miss the bustle, miss the bells and noise. I hand you a socket wrench, you grin like a boy. Tell me about your necktie, fancy glass and chrome. Turn and ask if this old place ever feels like home. There's a hum in here you can't quite shake. Simple things that money just can't make. These midnight wrenches turn my troubles away. Grease and steel help me steady my hands. When the world gets heavy, I just stay. Let these midnight wrenches make me who I am. By the freezer, fan squeaks, runs high. Taught myself this trade, nobody gave it a shot. But you laugh at the radio, playing songs from my past. But out here it feels like nothing moves too fast. Pressure echoes from the valve, old memories slip by. Broken bolts and busted plans, all quietly defied. I say the city doesn't care how a piston fits. You nod, then ask, when'd you stop missing me? Every scar on these hands holds a name. Lost in one, but the lifeblood stays the same. These midnight wrenches turn my troubles away. Grease and steel help me steady my hands. When the world gets heavy, I bushes and bulls crowding every lane. But out in the dark I can breathe again. These midnight wrenches turn my troubles away. Grease and steel help me steady my hands. When the world gets heavy, I just stay. Let these midnight wrenches make me who I am. Oh yeah, hi. You laugh at the dirt on my jeans, roll your eyes at the dust in my sky, but you're lost in towers and screens while I watch the sun riding high. You talk fast, but you're missing the view, counting coins, but you're trading your soul. There's nothing here I'd trade it for, just this river cruising slow. Can't buy time with your city clocks. You call me stuck, I just walk. You call me seeing all feels and don't care in my mind with your city clocks. I just walk. You call me simple, I call me free. Your world feels like a cage to me. Oh, you never felt the blue shoes I breathe. Slow our stove, 'cause seldom won't let me. Cousin shout from the porch, beer in hand, side by side in the June sweat air. You joke about mud on my old Ford van, but you don't know peace when you're there. You chase big lights and bigger noise. Come Sunday morning, you're spinning gray. I just burn brush and raise my voice, singing loud, sending worry away. Can't buy time with your city clocks. You call me lost, I just walk. You call me simple, I call me free. Your world feels like a cage to me. Oh, you never felt the breeze I breathe. So say what you want, I'll let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Hey, la-ta-ta. En la tierra mi corazón, no me importa tu opinión. Bajo el cielo tan azul, soy feliz y es la verdad. Oh yeah, tell them now I won't trade this winding road. You can rush, but you'll never know how it feels when I drive slow with the world in my window. You call me simple, I call me free. Your world feels like a cage to me. Oh, you never felt the breeze I breathe. So say what you want, I'll let it be. Yeah, yeah, let it be. In the dirt, sun just sitting down, crickets singing low, pickup pulled around. Just the sound of the fire, someone cracks a cold one, talks plain and easy, day's hard work is done. Coffee mugs smoke. Ain't a need for fancy, we're all just simple folk. Talking life and weather, dogs and worn out plans. Nobody's judging, just old calloused hands. Every weekend by these flames, nothing ever changes. Every weekend by these flames, we know what we're made of. Blackened boots propped up, moon peeking through the pine, telling old stories, not rushing time. Ashes settling easy, faces orange and warm. This is home enough, this simple little swarm. Flames, nothing ever changes. Every weekend by these flames, we know what we're made of. Jeans, you look me up and down, pretend you ain't seen. Cashier's got a look, but I just grin. Life's a little messy, baby, that's where I begin. Coffee at sunrise, pickup runs rough. Folks in press shirts say I act too tough. Laugh in their faces when they ask me why I ain't dressing up just to live a lie. I ain't changing for nobody, not today or ever. All these sideways glances just make me stand up better. Gonna take my time, live my life, ain't asking for permission. I ain't changing for nobody, that's my wanted mission. Boss man shaking his head says I don't talk too loud till clocking on his time, working on him proud. Friday comes round, I head out fast. Tailgate drops, I'm free at last. And he says, child, you do fine if you tried, but I ain't trading my mood for the uptown sky. Cracking jokes in the break room, telling it straight. They don't like my style, but they sure can't relate. I ain't changing for nobody, not today or ever. All these sideways glances just make me stand up better. Gonna take my time, live my life, ain't asking for permission. I ain't changing for nobody, that's my one mission, yeah. Whoa. Burn a few bridges, build a few more. Never saw a reason to keep score. Some call it crazy, some call it wild. I just call it living, living out loud. Oh yeah. Gonna take my time, live my life, ain't asking for permission. I ain't changing for nobody, that's my one admission. Yeah. Paint slip wrinkled in my lunch pail. Boots heavy on cracked tile. Brake whistle last time, damn that sound. Boss's eyes too soft, can't meet mine. Shirt sticking, sweat drying, slow drown. Pink slip blues, Friday night, bar stooling, nothing feels right. Fingers trace, hope and neon light, gone. Stack of bills, tables shit-faced. Wife in the doorway, head shake. Boy's trophy dusty by the bookcase. Last beer warmed his old pain. Check bounce pride's on the curbside again. Pink slip blues, Friday night, bar stooling, nothing feels right. Fingers trace, hope in neon light. Go! The hamper full, can't fix, can't pay. Mama's voice far away. Cricket singing, paid a day late. Pink slip blues, Friday night. Tough luck him, I hold tight. Just me and this ballroom satellite. Caked up, yard line brown. Mama shakes her head on the porch swing now. Laughed at, called out, Sunday spit and chewed and traded city boy a while with you. Every tire finds a rut, every heart beats prouder. Kicking up dirt only gets muddier the water. You see a mess, I see free. Spread my arms wide, this is home to me. Bonfire crackles, Sweat on my brow, that old truck stuck, gotta rock her out now. Cracked hands, work stains, grit in my soul. Talk your clean talk, I roll in this hole. Yeah, every tire finds a rut, every heart beats prouder. Kick up dirt, only gets muddier than water. This is home to me. I heard you laughing, saying, ain't you tired yet? But it's louder out here where regrets forget. You call it trouble, I call it mine. Try my boots on, won't walk a straight line. You judge what you can't hold. I'll be out back, shoulder full of day. Lord on my mind and hold. And every time finder finds life. Every heart beats proud, every heart beats prouder. Kicking up dirt only gets muddier than water. You see a mess, I see free. Spread my own mind, this is home to me. On the wheel, dust on my boots, miles of fence line, sky for roofs. Cracked wood mailbox leans hard by the street. Pickups been parked where the fields in Wyoming. Saturday morning, hear that engine start. County Fair, sunburn rebel at heart. Beats county lines know my name. Every creek bend, every stretch of clay. Raise a toast, set my claim. These county lines know my name. Old dog barking somewhere down by the shed. Folks closing tabs at the place by the edge. Jaw marks and handshakes, boots pounding floor. Mama's old porch swing, I'll always want more. These county lines know my name. Every creek bend, every stretch of clay. Raise a toast, set my claim. These county lines know my name. Outsiders talk, boy, you ought to move on. But I carry these scars where I belong. Nodding my head at each slow rolling train. Smiling out loud when they all know my name. These county lines know my name. Every creek bend, every stretch of clay. Raise a toast, set my claim. keeps time with my boots. Old window rattles with the radio humming midnight blues. Sockets and ratchets, a language I learned from my old man's hands. Moon's hanging low through the rolling smoke, dogs sleeping on the van. Red clay coat in my sleeves, oil mixing with worn callous skin. Waltzing with pistons beneath the longboat's hiss and spin. A camshaft symphony rings above crackled vinyl's tune. Every wrench I pulled, another lifetime passing through this room. These hands tell stories that money can't buy. Grease and memories fixing what time leaves behind. Turning the simple, the rust into something that shines. These hands tell stories you won't read in a line. Knuckles nicked by stubborn bolts, scars paint a line down my thumb. The engine turns over, echoes of laughter back when I was young. Coffee gone cold on the hood, headlights Play-Dohs on the wall. Cicadas calling out summer, I ain't in a hurry at all. Neighbors drive by with the questions, don't see what I see inside. Every broken axle's a secret, every dance a story to write. A photograph curling in the dash, they're teaching me not to fear the grind. Learn to listen past the engine to the beat in my own mind. These hands tell stories that money can't buy. Grease and memories fixing what time leaves behind. Turning the simple, the rust into something that shines. These hands tell stories you won't read in a line. Still hear him laughing at midnight, teaching me all he knew. Son, it's not what you're fixing, but what fixing makes of you. Old tools keep secrets, fire burns under skin. I trade the world's hurry for peace found in you. My dreams through bump trees, said working again. These heads calling, see I'm in it again. Road headlights of fortune, just quiet earned steam. Turning the settler to sip for the water rusted summer high headphones. These hands tell stories you won't read in a line. The gravel, dust in my veins, raised in the hard wind, sun soaks the stains. Never wore diamonds, just stubborn pride. You call it broken, to me it's just right. Found my fortune in scars and in sweat. All that I lost, I'm not bound to regret. Stealing my laughter, dirt under thumb. Homegrown defiance, beating my drum. You see a fool, never looking so clean, but I wear this badge, rough as it seems. Crown made of rust, and frayed, words never polished, never afraid. People may snicker, try to tear me down, but I stand taller, king without a town. Ain't chasing shimmer, find respect anywhere. Oh yeah, crown made to hold my head, crown made of rust, I hold my head high, thrown in the backfield, no reason to lie. You roll up in your suit, smirking that city grin, say you can't believe the place that I've been, laughing at my boots kicked up on this tailgate, raised right down here, you couldn't relate. You point to my truck all scraped and old, you say you traded in for something with more gold. You can keep your fancy bike, my Mudstained Pride, home's more than what's parked outside. Slinging mud with my can on these Friday nights, worn flannels, worn hands under faded porch lights. All them jokes you crack about my hometown ways, well, I'll take a slow sunrise over big city craze. I see how you look at the rust and dust, but this dirt is ours and that's good enough. Don't think for a second you're shaking my ground. I ain't leaving my family or this small town. And I love my town. Roll your eyes at my cap and my busted band. You wear ties at my Boston wristband and my truck would know you right glass towers and skyline views, but nothing beats a field after summer rains through. You call it backwards, say my dreams are small, but my roots run deeper than your marble hall. I got friends to count and stories to tell, bonfires burning hotter than your high-rise hotel. Ain't running nowhere 'cause the blood I found. You can laugh all you want, I won't back down. Bound up and out, roll your eyes at my cap and my busted old band. You wear ties, whisper, but I know who I am. Maybe one day you'll see what I see, out here living wild, proud and free under these wide open skies. It's where I belong. Only takes a look around to know you're wrong. Drive my truck, look that radio, baby, right. I am. Roll your eyes at my cap and my busted hole. You wear ties, I wear scars from work, yes. truck. I hate it. You can laugh at my truck, but ain't know who I am. Woke up this morning, busted knuckles and grease. Rust on my hands, ain't no sign of release. His backyard's full of busted hopes and junkyard finds, but I'm turning bolts, baby, see me crossing that line. Fenders dented up, bench seat tore and cracked. Ain't got a shine, just a bed full of scrap. Folks drive by slow, they don't dare to wait, but I'm out here every night trying to ride what I say. This old Chevy ain't the only thing I'm fixing up. Got my heart in the frame, my dreams in the trunk. Turn the key, hear it sputter, ain't ever giving up. Me and this heat, yeah, we're both getting tough. Neighbors shaking their heads, say, boy, what's the use? But there's grace in the struggle, sweat in the truth. My diploma's the stains on this white t-shirt, and the stories I carry in the oil in the dirt. One wiper's missing and the gas gauge is shot, but every new scar tells me just what I got. You laugh at the body, but you don't see the will, or the fire in my gut that refuses to chill. This old Chevy ain't the only thing I'm fixing up. Got my heart in the frame, my dreams in the trunk. Turn the key, hear it sputter, ain't ever giving up. Me and this heat, yeah, we're both getting tough. Some nights I wonder if it's all worth the fight, looking for answers in a porch bulb light. But then I see who I was, parked out in that dust, and know it's more than some paint turn to rust. This old Chevy ain't the only thing I'm fixing up. Had to tear myself down just to build back up. Turn the key, hear us roar, ain't ever giving up. Me and this heat, yeah, we're both getting tough. Yeah, me and this heat, we're both getting tough.